Hello and welcome to Mask of the Betrayal, and this will be part 3. In the previous part we explored most of this level and found a half-decent weapon. At least it's a longsword. And then we found an offering pouch that we used to break down a wall was blocking our progress. So we also get enough experience to level up, so let us level up. Bear in mind, of course, that our red wizard friend is of a lower level than us. We can
Yes?
see her here. She is level 7 wizards and 7 wizard and 10 red wizard. So she has a few. She has less experience than us. That's so incredibly. I need to slow down. I'm trying to say too much in too short amount of time. But anyway, we can level up. So let us level up. It keeps the fold into the red dragon desirable, despite the fact that we can no longer gain any levels in that. But we can gain levels in paladin. And we are going to increase our main skills. You technically have no need for crafting higher than 23 odd whatever. But yeah, well, I'm not going to stop the skill because I mean he's practiced to be an armor and weapon crafter, and I want to be a cook. Maybe I want to be a herbalist. Yeah, I have never subscribed to that kind of stuff. Anyway, epic character. Your training and ordeals have finally brought you to the threshold that divides the realm of mortals from those of the divine. You are an epic character capable of choosing legendary feats and raising your skills to godlike levels. Please refer to blah 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 blah. We have the epic feats down here. Epic feats available. They have numerous prerequisites and all sorts of good things and blah 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 blah. It's going to be something I'm going to say an awful lot. Blah 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 blah. No, I will try to avoid it because probably annoying. Epic Divine Might. This is what the Red Dragon Disciple allowed us to get because it requires 21 strength and 21 charisma, and you cannot obtain those because these needs to be natural. Having 16 strength and getting plus 5 strength when item won't count. It's only natural stats. Specifics. Divine Might now adds twice your charisma bonus to your weapon damage for a number of rounds equal to twice your charisma modifier. So we are going to be using our Divine Might a few times, and it's going to hit twice as hard. In my opinion, it's a win-win. Epic powers is a thing, but that will be taken next time. It gives us +1 to all attack rolls, which is always nice to have. But doubling the duration and doubling the damage of Divine Might. It's not going to reflect here, but it's going to reflect on the feats. What is it? Epic epic feats. So instead of doing plus 8 damage, we're now going to do plus 16 damage with every hit. Which is not bad, because as I've mentioned, there's preciously few enemies that can resist divine damage. Let's give it a test, shall we? It was a time when we were happy doing 16 damage per hit. But you can see over here we have our damage increased. That is the only indication that we have that Divine Might is actually going, and there will be a small animation green blob thing over our character's head once it expires. It would be nice having some sort of easier way to see. that your buffs were expiring, because of course, I mean, if she starts casting buffing spells and all sorts of things, you have 2 million different icons all boosting damage done in whatever way, and it's going to be annoying. But it is what it is. We can always keep an eye on the damage we're doing. So we are in the barrow. The big middle room is likely the important one, so let us leave that for us. We'll do a full clear, as per usual. So, let's go left first. Why not? It's still going, so... Her spells, we could tamper with that, but for the moment I'm not going to bother. Anything here? Sure, there must be something. Wouldn't be fun if there wasn't anything. No. No. Apparently not. Okay. Next. We promised, by the way, we weren't going to take anything from this barrow. We must have crossed our fingers behind our back when we promised that, because I will take anything that's not nailed to the ground. Okay. Divine Might. Come on. Can you fight, please? Come on. Oh, I had a feeling.
Time for a bit of the game.
I need to do a few settings to her to get the drop. I will. We can't open it. We could always try and bash it, but bashing things in this game is very, very bad, because people break an item.
Yes.
Can you summon him? You can. Kachi.
Well now, what do you want?
Just good longbows and arrows on an amulet. Amulet of Unyielding Will. If I'm not mistaken, that's quite decent. Well, I have an Amulet of the Master. I forgot to go with the Amulet and Rings. It was mainly to get the diplomacy skill. And of course it gives us some spell resistance. If I find something better, I will equip it, but I mean, +6 diplomacy, that's one of the reasons why our diplomacy skill currently is so incredibly high.
Yes?
What have you got? Lockstone. Save until you... Is this one better for her? I don't know. Let's say yes. No, maybe. She can just hold on to it for now at this moment.
Well now, what do you want?
What do I want? That is a good question. Tell me what I want. Or tell me what you want. What you really want. No, I'm not going to quote. Nope. Of all... Yeah, well, I suppose it's acquired taste. But... Next up. Heading to the right hand side. With a bit of luck, I'm trying very hard to squeeze it into this part. Oh, barbarian rage, huh? Oh, they spawn behind us, because that's good fun. Yeah, well, whatever. I'm going to try very hard to squeeze the remaining bit of this barrel into this part. Come on, come on, come on. Kachi, clear off. Thank you. Going right, please. Going down here, please. Needs to get her equipping a crossbow of some description, I think. Don't think her meleeing is particularly useful, nor required. Remains, hooray, volatile water essence, easy. Also, power. Anything else beyond this very obvious chest? Just in case it's trapped, I would rather take the hit than Kaji. No, not the golem.
Yes.
Open that chest for me, please.
Well, now,
You're such a
what do
good
you want?
whatever you are. Shroud of the Leopard. Good name for an armor. So, let's go this way and then left down, I think. Yes. Let's do that. Yeah, and you guys coming?
Come this way.
Behavior. Puppet mode off. Disarm traps. Recover traps off. Defend master off. Most assuredly. Skills casting mode, please. Dispel spells. Item usage off. Use healing items and curing items on. That's perfectly fine. Cool.
I believe so.
Do you mind following us? Maybe?
Yes.
No, not that way. That way. Go and meet
Step
him.
with me. Come on. Follow along.
Oh, now she responds. Certain times you are in a position where the game just says, nope, NPCs are refusing to move. I mentioned in the first episode that there is an unpleasant tendency for this game to block. And, yeah. She can level up, hooray! She probably saw that. After we've looted, that's more important. She has a one spell available to her, which is something I will not make use of. People can call me a... Okay. Yeah, well, I survived it. People can call me boring for not wanting to make use of that spell, but I see no reason to make use of it. I will make use of it if I feel the necessity of doing so. It didn't make any sense, I suppose, but it didn't have to. Info, please. You. Level up.
Yes.
You just level up any way you want to. I'm just going to recommend all the way through it. God. Because he levels up, Kaji is unsummoned. Her spellbook, level 1 spell, magic missile is always reliable. Level 2 spells, and horn, 5 spells. Dismissal, why not? Level 6. Imparts. Lesser missile swarm. Level 7. No, level 8. Why not a sunburst, in case we bump into on that? Level 9. This is where it gets fun. Because she's got persistent spell. It is a casting feat you can take that will allow you to turn certain buffs into 24-hour buffs. So basically it will last a full day. Unless the spell, of course. Because you can cast level 9 spells, and because persistent spell even requires that you cast it at 6 spell levels higher than normal, we can get persistent haste, which means that haste will be effectively active at all times within a 24-hour period. I think it's overkill. I may change my mind, but for the moment I am not going to have it running. I'm going to have a Mordekainen's Disjunction instead. This is basically a completely and utterly, oh, you think you have buffs on, now I'm going to take them all away from you, and your neighbor, and your neighbor's cat, kind of thing. It strips all magical defenses in one very, very powerful spell.
Well now,
So,
what do you want?
should be able to clear off the rest of this in one sitting. Hooray for that. But, indeed, stop it, leave me alone, not here, and not now. What's wrong, are you alright? Thank you, but it's nothing. Look, the tunnel's angling upward. We are nearing the exit. I passed through a chamber on my way in. There were bones of a great bear atop a carved stone. The Semi say a god dwells in this place, an angry bear god who rules the barrow. The Semi tales are colorful, but they're always stream hard. Be on your guard. Hint, hint, hint. Now is a very good time to hit that quick save button. But, bear god, I'm a paladin, I'm fearless. I may also be stupid, but I'm fearless. If I do this before we start, should be up and running.
What stirs the air and smells so foul? Go back and die in the silence and the dark. I am tired and ill of temper.
Diplomacy, the great bear god, we have not come to fight, but to honor you.
Good. Then you may honor me with your blood and meat. Would that I were mortal still. I would share the bounty with all my court. I know what you are, little one. I smell the hunger that wakes in you.
I don't care what you smell. You will not have him.
What do you care, Thayan? I know your kind. You love your own lives above all else.
You don't know me, but I know your kind. I know that your present form, for all its color, is only a shadow of your true self. And I've shaped and bound far greater things than you.
And I smell a wild storm in you, Thayan. Does your ally know the secrets you hide? Grief and confusion beyond measure, and something more. Enough words. By the oath I swore, neither of you will leave my den.
Okay. There was earlier mentioned Oku thing. Yeah, we're still doing divine damage. So, why not? He summons some bears because he's a coward. Because I mean, all tough guys, no matter how tough they are, they need help, right? So, come on, let's get rid of these guys. Can we hit something, please? Maybe. She shouldn't be in melee. Around a handful of bears. I don't think that's good for her health. Nope, it wasn't. Maybe I should Divine Shield and Divine Might. I should probably done it in different order even. Come on. Now you can fight. He's now got an armor class of 46, which makes him not easy to hit, not impossible to hit. Trust me, the to hit bonuses some of the monsters, enemies, whatever in this game have is ridiculous. But, I mean, it wouldn't be fun if you couldn't get hit. Then you may as well cheat yourself to having 2 million hit points and be done with it. But I mean, what makes a game exciting is the fact that you can fail. I would assume. You know? If you actually thought something that might be good, or if you're not lying on your backside, of course. Come on. You have to remember that Divine Shield does not last as long as Divine Might. Come on. Stop knocking me down, you bugger. Yeah, get rid of all his friends first. He doesn't like us beating his friends. He keeps knocking me down, which is rather unfortunate. So, can we, maybe? Yeah, well, we get some loot out of these guys. As he was saying, in case you missed it, I don't think we've defeated the bear god, but his essence has dispersed at the moment. So, we took on a bear god and wiped the floor with them, basically. It helps a lot that we hard to be hard for the things we were fighting to hit us. It looked easier than it is. Trust me, if you go into that fight with a character without a very decent armor class, you get absolutely torn to shreds. Bears hit hard. They don't have to be godly to hit hard. They will hit hard. But we are done in this area. When we exit the place, we will exit the barrow and be outside the city of something. I don't know, I was about to call this episode off, but we're a bit short, so maybe I should add a bit more time to it. This is what happens when you get your timings wrong. So let's exit this place. Let's rest first. We should be able to rest here. Cool. And we can now travel to Molsentia, whatever it's called.
Just ahead of us stand the gates of Molsentir. You've been eviscerated, paralyzed, assaulted by spirits, and subjected to countless leagues of walking. How are you feeling?
I'm fine, but I'm curious why we're here.
I've brought you here to speak with Liana. She'll hopefully know what happened to you in the barrow, and why.
What can you tell me about this place?
Rashiman's cold winters and unforgiving landscape have crafted a folk that are, well, amusingly enough, cold and unforgiving. But this is my first encounter with these lands. What little I know is based on rumors of crazed barbarians and the masked witches that rule them.
No, I recall hearing that Rashiman has been invaded several times by Thayan wizards.
I'm surprised. I didn't think you'd be versed in the local history. While we're here, it's best I don't show off my robes.
Don't worry, if some villager wants to give you trouble, I'll handle it.
I can take care of myself, thank you thank you. Very few people ever concern themselves with my well-being. Should the locals grow hostile on account of my markings, their fear of red wizards will prove entirely justified. Was there something else?
Oh, blah blah blah. You mentioned Liana before. Who is she?
Leanna is an associate of my mother, or so I've gathered. I've never met her or even heard of her until I was tasked to bring you to her.
Hmm, perhaps you'll be able to satisfy your curiosity as well as mine.
Whoever Leanna is, we'll soon find out what she knows. Though I did send ahead a pair of servants to find her, and they have yet to return.
What sort of servants did you send?
Homunculi, sentient creatures crafted by my magics.
Sort of like me, only they're not as smart or as good looking.
Much like Kaji, only these were more primitive creations. It would not surprise me if they got lost on the way.
I need to know what really happened back in the barrow.
Hopefully Leanna can answer that. I was instructed by my mother to retrieve you. She told me little else.
What does your mother have to do with all of this?
She merely gave me the task to find you. She did not tell me why. As the headmistress of my academy, she is often too busy for explanations.
Why hasn't your mother contacted you with more information yet?
She has her hands full at the moment. There was a matter of unrest at the academy. Red wizards don't always get along. She will contact me when she can. Now, if there's nothing else, I think we should go and find Leanna.
Back in the barrow, there was a moment where you seemed to be hearing sounds or voices.
I think I need to avoid spirit-infested barrows. The chatter of the dead isn't meant for mortal ears. Let's just keep moving.
Are you sure there's nothing more to it than that?
Nothing more to it? Well, I was in a barrow full of spirits. If ever there was a breeding ground for the inexplicable, we were in it. Just a matter of spirits having some fun at the expense of the living. No need for you to interrogate me on the matter.
Alright, let's get going.
These robes display my rank and affiliation as a red wizard, and the locals care very little for my people. As long as we're in Mulsantir, I shouldn't display my red robes. Give me a moment to adjust my attire.
So, she is now very, very inconspicuous. Before we end this part, in case people don't know, red wizards of Thay, or Thayans in general, are considered to be quite unpleasant individuals. Very, very evil, very, very self-centered. If they want something, they will take it, and all that good stuff. So, the fact that she is of a somewhat kind-ish disposition is roughly equivalent to, I wouldn't say maybe not as strong, but the very, very famous Drisdurden, of course, which is a drow elf. And he's a good character. Drow elves are by definition viciously evil. And I wouldn't say her being not being unpleasant is about as rare as Drow being a good ranger, but it is close to. So that's why Red Wizards of Thay, they don't have the best reputation in the world. But I'll end this part here, and when we come back, we shall be going into the town and see what we can learn from Liana. It's probably going to be a lot of good, wholesome information. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. See you next time. Bye bye for now.